I think. Love what you do and do what you love. It's the only way, and by the way, it's also easier to take the stress. Take risks, especially early on. Learn from your mistakes. You rarely learn from your successes. Think global, travel the world. It's a cheap education, and you won't have any homework this time. Stay curious, and you'll never grow old. Working hard. Working hard trumps talent. Stand up for tolerance and diversity. Be brave. The world will test you. Hang out with people unlike you. Look for diversity. It'll make you better. It's so important. Hey, early on at MTV, I met someone as I was touring the world. She was working in our German office. She was way out of my league. Well, she's now my wife, 17 years tomorrow, and we even managed to squeeze in 4 kids with my travel schedule. By the way, she would fit in here. She speaks 4 languages, and she's 10 times smarter than me. She's right over there. So here's one more, and this one is especially for this group, especially for you. I've talked about leadership. It's a subject close to your hearts, I know. You spent most of the last year thinking about this, about what it really means to be leaders. So I want to remind you that it's not just the banks, it's not just big business that needs leaders. There are myriad of organizations out there making real change in the world, and they all need leadership. So before you settle on your life's work, think about the greater good. Our future depends on it, and your soul needs it. After this intense year you've had, it can be hard to think of anything except business. I mean, this is a business school, after all. But remember that this is the start of a much bigger journey, a journey which can take you beyond business. You're now among the most capable, the people who will change the future, which is a privilege. This is a privilege that most others in the world do not have. You can decide which part of that future belongs to you, which part you want to change. You can choose what lives you affect. So use that power wisely. Today we're facing problems like no generation before us. I've seen around the world, I've traveled it just in the last few weeks, and everywhere I go, I'm seeing tremendous uncertainty about the future. Whether it's the continued economic chaos, climate change, wars, disease, environmental disasters, they're all out there. And fixing problems like these requires creativity. It requires tenacity, and it requires adaptability. But above all, it requires leadership. And it requires leadership and direction from the world's smartest people, people with the experience and the drive to make things happen, to change things permanently for the better. None of this is easy. In the words of Peter Drucker, one of the great management gurus, sooner or later, every great idea degenerates into hard work. The most successful people I've met in my working life know this. They know that creativity only takes you so far. Bono, he didn't get to where he is by sitting around waiting for his records to sell. He did it with hard work. Nelson Mandela didn't earn the Nobel Peace Prize just by being a forgiving and nice guy. It's hard work. And they have this sort of focus. And Lady Gaga, too. She works hard every single day. I joked earlier about the short attention spans, but really they are no joke. To make a difference, our new leaders, that's you, need focus like never, ever before. Your experiences to date, here and elsewhere throughout the world, have given you that focus. You have focus, believe me. All you need now is the opportunity to apply it, and those opportunities will undoubtedly be headed your ways, not just now, but throughout your career. So it remains only for me to congratulate you on a magnificent achievement in graduating from this fine school, and to wish you luck with wherever your hearts take you next. Follow your heart. And I'll leave you with maybe a couple words from one of history's most fearless leaders, Napoleon Bonaparte. Now I know he wasn't a man afraid to take risks, believe me, or cross international borders. But I know he's not always a popular guy, particularly in this part of the world. But I think his words, his sentiment stands. And he said, a leader is a dealer in hope. That's a great message for today's leaders at a time when we need hope like never before. So I wish you great success and happiness in dealing that hope to the people in your world and in your future and to the people throughout the world. So let's go get those diplomas and let's get to work. Thank you.